Hi friends, it's Liz here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a very short video to share with you. I've been working on a few pieces to add to one of my junk journals, and I thought I would film the process for you. Now, this is one of sort of my favorite things to do, interactive pieces in my journals. And I'll show you what we're going to make. I'll show you how we're going to make it. Two tips for this video is slow it down whenever you need to, because it does have some intricate folds. But I think once you start to make them, it will be one of your favorite little secret pockets or pockets, interactive things in your journals. So for this, ideally you'll need very thin paper. So usually, people would use like origami paper, but because I don't work with origami paper, I work with either scrapbook paper or photocopy paper, like printer paper. I figured that would probably be the best to show you. So I'm just taking a piece of very thin, somewhat thin scrapbook paper. These are papers that I found at like a dollar store. They sell like the paper packs. So that's the kind of thin quality I'm talking about. The thicker scrapbook paper wouldn't work very well. If you have a digital, like a printed digital on, again, like a photocopy style paper, kind of thin, that would also work. Okay. And yeah, so it's just a quick short video just to show you how to make this pocket. I hope you like the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And if you do need to have more like steps to show you how to do this, I might be able to take some shots, like still shots of it, and post that on my my coffee page if need be. So leave a comment below and let me know what you think. But let me show you what we're making. I'm so excited. So this is like I'm working on my little tall, slim junk journal. This is my Daphne's Diary, sort of inspired. And this is the pocket we'll be making. Okay. So now I do have, I just added kind of this on the inside so you can kind of get an image when I open it up. I do have another secret pocket idea that I've previously shared with you. And I will link that one below as well, which is one of my favorites. And I like to add kind of new things like this into my ideas junk journals. If you don't know what those are, it's just a journal that you use to add ideas of different things that you're going to be adding to pages, let's say in future journals. I have a few of those to share, so I will link those below. But like I said, this one is pretty fun. I added like the heart to the top of this one, so I could have something to open, and I'm folding my little image, but I'll pull it out. I didn't glue this down because I just really wanted to show you, you could add so many things inside the little pocket, and it's like this little cute square once it's opened up. So of course, different ways you can add like a closure to this if you wanted to. It could be added in so many different ways, but I really just like the idea. I'll give you some tips as we're putting it together as well. And just before we get started, I did want to mention I have another video coming up, some new to me supplies. Now these are things either that I have found that I really think would be useful to us crafters, or some products as well that I've received. But primarily I'm trying to focus on things that I'm finding in places where I go that I think you might also have access to. I will link things that I mentioned in my Amazon favorite supplies. So I will link that below for you as well. Check them out, periodically, because I'm always updating it with new products that I either have found somewhere or am enjoying using at this point in time. All right, so let's get started and let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. Thanks so much for stopping by. Okay, so we're going to start off with a square. Okay, you cut your piece of paper to square. I cut mine to 6 by 6. And all we're going to do is take one end and fold it in half to make a triangle. And then take your other end and fold that in half to also make the other triangle. So essentially you've divided your paper into these 4 little rectangles. And any size that you want to use of paper will work. Then you'll take one of your corners and fold that towards the center. And you can see just trying to line it up as best as you can to that center line that we've made with all the original folds. And this is the part that you can kind of move things a little bit. You know, it's pretty forgiving, the project, as long as you start off with a nice and square paper. It will be a little bit easier to line everything up before it's all finished. You tweak it here and there to line things up as you see fit. So I hope you really enjoy this quick, craft with me video. We're not really crafting, we're making a pocket, but I thought I would share that. Now these have been made for a very long time. It just happened to be one of these pockets that I had for a while and hadn't really shared a video for them, and I thought I would come on and show you that right now. I don't know if there's other ways that this is made a little better, but this is the way that I found works for me. Okay, so you're left with all your little centers. Now you're folding one edge towards your center again, as you can see. And then I'm just flipping it over and folding the other end to meet the center again. And as I said, if you need to stop the video, pause it and, go back a little bit if that makes it easier. This is the part where you start to get a few more folds and then it might get a little tricky. So what I've done is I've just opened up what we had initially folded, and now I'm folding the other ends towards the center as well. So we've basically made these folds on all sides of our little square that we originally had. Okay, so now you open up one of your squares, it doesn't matter, or your center there. You pull out your little flaps, okay? You fold one back into itself, and you fold it down again into the folds you already made, okay? So you're left with this shape now. From here, you'll be pulling one side out and then pulling one side over. So it kind of looks like an envelope, if you see like a sideways envelope, okay? And this is the part where it's going to get a little tricky. We're going to make some folds here. Now, I like to look at this and put my index finger on one of the corners and fold my bottom left corner towards my first line. Okay, so I'll show you again when I unfold it and fold it back up so you see what we've done. Okay, so it looks like a little diamond shape when you look at it this way, but again, I'm folding it down. So this is flat. I'm taking my furthest left corner here and pushing it towards the center while I was holding my index finger and holding the other side. Okay, I'm flipping this over and showing you again. We'll be doing this 4 times. So, okay, so we're bringing this center bottom right towards the first fold. And again, I'll show you in a minute how this works. If I went too quick, I'll show you that again. So we have our area here. I'm bringing this corner towards where my both index fingers are meeting, basically, as you see that right there. Okay. And now we're taking what's left, okay, what our side that's over. And now we're grabbing that little corner in the center and folding it over to that side. Okay, so we're folding this over to the center folds that we just did there. Now we take this piece, fold it to meet the other one. And we're doing that same corner, okay? So bottom left here, I'm moving it towards the center of that first fold. If you keep an eye on that bottom left, you'll see what we're doing again. And again, I'll repeat it before I start the other one. Okay, so we've got that diamond shape once again. This side, I'm going to try and do it from the top to bottom so I don't confuse you when I spin the paper around. So again, I'm just bringing the furthest left tip corner towards the first center line there, okay? So bringing this tip over to this center here. And that's what we've done with the entire fold. So hopefully this makes sense. We'll fold that over again, that little leftover piece that we had. And you can see now we have our little box, right? Love how this is. Like I said, you can make them in all sizes. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this quick video. As I said, these pockets are so fun to make, and I will link the videos that I have sharing my ideas journals with you previously. I show you actually how to make this type of cover of a journal as well. I have many beginner ideas journals on my channel, so check them out so you can get different ideas on things that you can add to your pockets of your journals, or to your actual journal pages. All right, so thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Thanks so much for stopping by.